बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी जय गोपी जन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Krishna Rukmini, Jaya Satyabhama, Krishna Rukmini, Jaya Satyabhama. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद् चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. ISKCON संस्थापकाचार्य BBT फाउंडर आचार्य सेवियर ऑफ द वर्ल्ड प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री श्री गौर निताय की जय. श्री श्री कृष्णा रुक्मिणी सत्यभामा की जय. श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय. जय घोर प्रेमानंद. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, first canto, Creation, chapter 7, the son of Drona punished. So we have 3 verses to discuss. First and second verse, I read myself. The last verse, we togetherly chant. Nakula Sahadevaccha Yuyudhano Dhananjaya Bhagavan Devaki Putro Echanye Yachayoshitaha. Translation. Nakula and Sahadeva, the younger brothers of the king, and also Satyaki, Arjuna, the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna, son of Devaki, and the ladies and others all unanimously agreed with the king. Verse number 51. Tatraha marshito bhimas tasya sreyan vadasmrutaha na bhartur nahatmanacharte yo ahan suptan shishun vruta. Translation. Bhima, however, angrily disagreed with them and recommended killing this culprit who, in an angry mood, had murdered sleeping children for no purpose and for neither his nor his master's interest. Verse number 52. Kindly repeat after me. Nishamya Bhima Gaditam. Nishamya Bhima Gaditam. Nishamya Bhima Gaditam. Draupadyaha Cha Chaturbujaha. Draupadya cha Chaturbujaha. Draupadya cha Chaturbujaha. Alokya Vadanam Sakyor. Alokya Vadanam Sakyor. Alokya Vadanam Sakyor. Idam Aha Hasan Iva. Idamaha Hasan Iva. Idamaha Hasan Iva. Nishamya Bhima Gaditam. Draupadya cha Chaturbujaha. Alokya Vadanam Sakyo. Idamaha Asanniva. Bhima Gaditam.
द्रौपद्य च चतुर्भुजः आलूक्यवदनं सख्युर् इदं महाहसन्निवा
निशम्य भीमगदितं द्रौपद्याश्च चतुर्भुजः आलोक्य वदनं सख्युर्इदमाह असन्निव
निशम्य भीमगतितं द्रौपद्याश्च चतुर्भुजः आलोक्यवदनं सख्योर्इदम् आह हसन्निव
निशम्य भीमा गदितं द्रौपदस्य च चतुर्भुजः आलोक्यवदनं सख्युर् इदम् अहाहसन् इव.
Nishamya. Just after hearing Bhima, Bhima, Gaditam, spoken by Draupadyaha, of Draupadi, Cha and Chatubhujaha, the four-handed personality of Godhead, Alokya, having seen Vadanam, the face, Sakyuho, of his friend, Idam, this, Aha, said, Hasan, smiling, Iva, as it. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ke Chaturbhuja, the four-armed one, are the personality of Godhead. After hearing the words of Bhima, Draupadi, and others, saw the face of his dear friend Arjuna, and he began to speak as if smiling. Kindly repeat. Chaturbhuja, the four-armed one, are the personality of Godhead. After hearing the words of Bhima, Draupadi, and others, saw the face of his dear friend Arjuna, and he began to speak as if smiling. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Lord Sri Krishna had two arms. Why is why is designated as four-armed is explained by Sridhara Swami. Both Bhima and Draupadi held opposite views about killing Ashwadhama. Bhima wanted him to be immediately killed, whereas Draupadi wanted to save him. We can imagine Bhima ready to kill while Draupadi is obstructing him. And in order to prevent both of them, the Lord discovered another two arms. Originally, the primeval Lord Sri Krishna displays only two arms, but in his Narayana feature, he exhibits four. In his Narayana feature, he resides with his devotees in the Vaikuntha planets, while in his original Sri Krishna feature, he resides in the Krishna Loka planet, far, far above the Vaikuntha planets in the spiritual sky. Therefore, if Sri Krishna is called Chaturbhujaha, there is no contradiction. If needed, he can display hundreds of arms as he exhibited in his Vishwarupa shown to Arjuna. Therefore, one who can display hundreds and thousands of arms can also manifest four whenever needed. When Arjuna was perplexed about what to do with Ashwadhama, Lord Sri Krishna, as the very dear friend of Arjuna, voluntarily took up the matter just to make the solution, and he was smiling also. Thus in the Bhaktivedanta purport. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Shesha Shunyavadi Pachatadeshatarine Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So let me brief the context for the today verse. So from the previous verses, we understand that so at the end of Kurukshetra war, the heinous act of Ashwadhama against the dharma, against the war etiquettes and principles. So Ashwadhama at the dead of the night and we entered in opposite camp, Pandava's camp. What he did? He chopped off the heads of five sleeping sons of Draupadi, thinking that they are the five Pandavas. So, for this heinous act, to retaliate, to pacify the crying Draupadi, so Arjuna, so chased Ashwadhama and caught him, and like animal, bind him with ropes and brought him in front of Draupadi. And Draupadi, even though she was feeling aggrieved because she has lost her 5 sons, but when she saw Ashwadhama, who was the son of their family spiritual master, Dronacharya, she felt compassion for him. She told, "Dear Arjuna, please release him. Don't kill him. Son of our spiritual master. Forgive him." She was putting various arguments why we should not kill Ashwadhama. Even though he was culprit, but by killing what we get, we are not going to get our sons back. Instead, her mother, the wife of their spiritual master, feels, distress. She put so many arguments. And of course, in the assembly, there are so many ladies and gentlemen, all Pandavas and King Yudhishthira, Krishna also personally present and hearing the arguments of Draupadi. But Bhima told, of course, everyone agreed with Draupadi, okay, chhod do. Somehow he has done something, why we should kill him? He has surrendered. He doesn't have any weapons, why we should kill him? Somebody standing in front of without any weapons. Everyone agreed. But one person, Bhima, no, should kill him immediately without delay. See? So Bhima arguing, he's aggressor, sleeping sons he has killed. So he's worth to be killed as per dharma. So Arjuna don't know what to do. Whether he has to satisfy Bhima or he has to satisfy Draupadi. He was in confusion, in dilemma. Like during Kurukshetra war also, just a few minutes before war begins, Arjuna was in dilemma whether shall I fight or not fight. That time also he took shelter of Krishna. Somehow, finally fixed up and he could fight with Kauravas. Now also he is thinking, so what to do? Only Krishna is the supreme authority. He should tell whether to kill him, not to kill him. That is subject matter there. So here you see Prabhupada says in the purport, when Arjuna was perplexed about what to do with Ashwathama, the Lord Sri Krishna, so subject matter, he voluntarily involved in the problem of his friend. How he solved problem, we'll see in the upcoming verse. So in the purport, the Prabhupada says here, hierarchy of the planetary system. Prabhupada says here, Krishna in his Narayana feature, he lives in Vaikuntha planet, whereas the original Sri Krishna, in Krishna feature, he resides in the Krishna Loka planet. So even Lord Brahma says in Brahma Samhita prayers, very wonderful shloka. What is that? Which gives the address of the Krishna. Golokanamni nijadamni talecha tasya devi mahesha ridama shuteshu teshu. So, what is the meaning of this shloka? So, the bottommost planet is Devi Dhama, means the material world in which we are living. This is the abode of Durga. This material world is conducted by material energy of Krishna. Material energy means, what is the meaning of material energy? Material energy means three forces. Energy means without force, there is no meaning for energy. Correct or not? Energy means force, condensed form of force. So, everyone is influenced by these three forces, sattva, rajo, tamoguna forces. The meaning of material energy influence. This is Devi Dhamma. So, above this Devi Dhamma, Mahesha Dhama, the abode of Lord Mahesha. Above the Mahesha Dhama, Krishna Rukmini Satyabhama ki jai. So, Haridama. Haridama means Vaikuntha planets. Above all, Haridama, Krishna Dama, Krishna Loka, Goloka Vrindavan. So, that is the personal abode of Krishna, Nijadamni. That means that is the personal abode where Krishna lives with his devotees who are saturated with a spontaneous love for him. So, and generally people, usually thinks that so Krishna is one of the avatara, Narayan is the source of all other avatars, isn't it? But that is not the right understanding as per Bhagavatam. So Krishna himself says in Bhagavad Gita about his supremacy in many places. In the 10th chapter he says, Aham sarvasya prabhavo. He says, I am the source of both material and spiritual world. Mattaha sarvam pravartate. From me, everything emanates. Krishna says, from him, everything emanates. Both material and spiritual worlds. And Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna says, he wanted to tell Arjuna about his glories in the material world. In the 10th chapter, Krishna says, I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the sunshine, I am the moonshine. Among the sages, I am the Narada. Finally, Krishna, I am unlimited. How much I can explain in a short time? We are supposed to start a war. So, therefore he says, Ekamshena sthito jagat. Krishna, entire this material world, which contain unlimited universes, it is just 1/4 of my opulence, 1/4 of my creation. Ekamshena sthito jagat. Rest of the 3/4 contains spiritual world. 3/4 is spiritual world. Both material and spiritual world separated by, yes, Viraja river. Right now, we are trapped in this material world. So, material world is called Bhava Sagara. Janma Mrityu Samsara Sagara. Sagara means ocean. Samsara means material existence. What is the characteristics of this material existence? It is filled with Janma Mrityu. The repeated birth and death, repeated birth and death. How to cross this material existence, also see in this. And also, in the Bhagavatam, Suta Goswami, when he was explaining to the sages of Brahmanas of Naimisharanya, so he explains all avatars, starting from Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana, Narasimha, all Leela avatars, Guna avatars, Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, Purusha avatars, Karanodaksaya Vishnu, Kshirodaksaya Vishnu, Garbhodaksaya Vishnu. And he explains Manvantarats and all varieties of avatars. So Sutta Goswami explains. At the end he says, Avatara hi asankheya. Says, dear Brahmanas, the Krishna's avatars of the Lord are innumerable, countless. Not possible to count the waves that generate in the sea, river constantly. Asankheya hi. And he concludes at the end, the 3rd chapter, position of Krishna. Ete chamsha kala pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. Whatever the avatars, incarnations so far I have explained, they are either plenary portion or a part of plenary portion. Amsha or Kala. Amsha means direct expansion. Kala means expansions of expansion. All are belongs to only these two. But when it comes to Krishna, Krishna's two means. But when it comes to Krishna, is Swayam Bhagavan, is the original personality of Godhead. That is the position of Krishna. But people misunderstand, don't understand correctly. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, Ekale Ishware Krishna, Sara Abha Bhrutya. Means Krishna is alone the master, everyone else is meant to render service unto him. That is the supremacy of Krishna. And here the purport Prabhupada says how to understand the approach of Krishna towards his devotees. So in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, so there is a nice pastime how to understand the swabhava of the Lord towards his devotees. We all know Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So after taking sannyas at the age of 24, when he was very young, so on the order of his mother, he left Bengal. So he made Jagannath Puri as headquarters for preaching. And when he came to Jagannath Puri, so in the Jagannath Puri there was a devotee called Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Was not the pure devotee that time. He was the impersonalist. Shankaracharya is, Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya is known for his scholarliness. In those days, in his time, he was the supreme authority on Vedanta philosophy. Even though he was Grihastha, big sannyasis would consult him when it comes for Siddhanta. That was the position of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. When he saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, young sannyasi, that is ordinary sannyasi. At the very young age, he took sannyasa without understanding much philosophy. I think I should teach him nice Vedanta philosophy. He thought himself. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also agreed, okay, I'll take lessons from you. Sarvabhauma thinking is ordinary sannyasi. So he opened his, Shankaracharya, what is that Bhashya? Shariraka Bhashya. Started explaining all the Vedanta sutras to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A very young sannyasi, just he was listening from him. Almost 7 days continuously go on teaching. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also go on listening without asking single doubt to him. Sarvabhauma thought something wrong with him or with him. He is not opening his mouth whether he understand full subject matter or he understand nothing. So let me ask him. He asked, Chaitanya, I see you don't ask any question. You have anything? And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, I understood the sutras, but I don't understand your interpretation. Why you give covered explanation? Why you give different explanation than what Vyasadeva has given? Insulted. Some chota bacha is asking some big pandit how they feel. I'm such a powerful scholar, a very young sannyasi. You are questioning my explanation. Okay, you explain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed, yes. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained with the spirit of devotion, and particularly he explained one verse from Bhagavatam, Atma Rama verse. Atma Rama Chamunayo. Not one way, two way. In 64 different angles he explained to Sarvabhauma. Sarvabhauma stuck. It is impossible for even Mother Saraswati also to explain. So that he understand, he is Narayana himself. He could realize that by the blessings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He immediately surrendered to him. Of course, later, out of compassion for Sarvabhauma, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exhibited his Shadbhuja form to him. Later, he became a very ardent devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And that's how Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya became a wonderful devotee. In those days, during Rath Yatra time, all the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from Bengal, with all their families, because those days Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, most of the devotees are Gurastha devotees. So they would come to Jagannath Puri to participate in Rath Yatra festival and also to take association of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Generally, when we go to Jagannath Puri, we stay 3 days. After the 4th day, we think immediately to come back. But all these devotees, not 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 months they would stay in Jagannath Puri only. After 4 months, they would return to Bengal. During their 4 months stay, so they wanted to serve Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, hear from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So one thing is, all the devotees, they wanted to invite the Lord for lunch in their house. They would get temporary apartments from the King Prataparudra. So not that every devotee get opportunity, because so many 200, 300 devotees are there. How he goes to every house to take lunch Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Some very advanced, very senior devotees, they get opportunity to invite the Lord. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu sannyasi would not cook lunch at his home. Somebody invites, he go and take. That's how the sannyasi dharma. Sarvabhauma eagerly waiting to get opportunity because all his devotees came from Bengal. They are only getting opportunity. He could not get in 4 months opportunity to invite the Lord for the lunch at his home. Somehow 4 months got over. Everyone went back. So one day when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there at Jagannath Puri temple, maybe during Mangalarati sometime, he offered prayers to him and he requested him, my Lord Chaitanya, so kindly accept my request. Please accept 30 days in lunch invitation at my home in a month, not one day today. 30 days lunch invitation. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, I am a sannyasi. I cannot take a regulated, every day at one place lunch. It is against the principles of sannyasi dharma. My Lord, at least 20 days. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, no. My Lord, at least 15 days. I shall take only one day in your house. Immediately Chaitanya Sarvabhauma got disturbed. He caught hold of his feet. My Lord, it is unfair. At least 10 days. Okay, finally I'll take 5 days in a month lunch at your home. And Sarvabhauma did not satisfy with that. My Lord, you take 5 days. What about your all associate? You are living with 10 sannyasis. What about them? Please accept another proposal. What is that? You have one more senior most sannyasi, Paramananda Puri. Let him take 5 days in a month. Okay, 10 days over. You have another secretary, what is his name? Swarup Damodar. Let him take 4 days. 14 days over in a month. How many days left over? 16 days. My Lord, you have another 8 sannyasis. Let them take 2 days in a month, each sannyasi. So 30 days he got service from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. See, he was always desire to serve sannyasis, associates of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, thank you, my Lord. That way, every day have engagement in serving all your devotees. 30 days fully occupied. Then immediately did not compromise. My Lord, shall we start today? Shall you come today lunch at my home? Morning 6 Mangala. Today himself he is asking, okay, I'll come. He immediately got excited. He rushed to home and informed with great pleasure to his wife. And his wife also very, very ardent devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. said a great affection to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu like Sachimata. And both, with a great pleasure, started cooking. And Sarvabhauma went to market. He brought all types of spinach, vegetables, whatever is required, groceries, provisions, he brought back to home. And they don't have any assistant. They don't have any cooks, hired cooks and all. Wife and they are both elderly. And both started cooking, fully feeling joy, thinking that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would come. Only 6 hours left over for cooking. Because Rajbhog time Lord will come, 11:30, 12 o'clock. And both started cooking. And almost they completed cooking. You know what they items cook? The author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says, you could not describe that many varieties they made. Whatever the varieties available in Bengal, both of them made. No, variety of vegetables, 10 types of spinach, variety of vegetables, cakes, variety of cakes, coconut cakes, rice cakes, sweet rice cakes, variety of soup. And Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami says that the taste of this food is surpassing the nectar of the heavenly planets. See? They know the perfect science of cooking. Cooking is a science. Somebody knows they can bring out the nectar from the chemicals, from the, of course, material elements. The power of cooking art. So he made everything ready and he spread on a big table a very fresh cloth in the middle, almost 5-6 kg rice, like a heap he made. Put a yellowish fragrant ghee on the top of that, ghee floating, spreading, leaking out from the banana leaf. Around the banana leaf, he kept all hundreds of pots, not mud pots, pots made with a stem of banana tree. All the pots are filled with variety of vegetables, sweets, cakes, soup, fry, everything. And he offered to Salagrama Shila. He was waiting for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Next to kitchen, he had 2 rooms. One is, to offer to Salagrama Shila. Another room he made for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eat. Time as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came alone to the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. He offered water to Lord's lotus, washed the lotus feet of the Lord. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, entered inside. He saw very gorgeous arrangement. He was astonished to see, wondered, Sarvabhauma, how could you make this many items? Even 100 men cook on 100 stoves could not possible to cook such items in such a short time. How could you cook? My Lord, it's all your mercy, somehow we cooked. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saw so much. Then he saw all the things he told. Sarvabhauma, so much food. I cannot eat all. I'm a sannyas. How much I can eat? Then Sarvabhauma says, my Lord, it is unfair. As a Jagannath, you are eating in Jagannath Puri temple 52 times in a day. Every time you eat, hundreds of buckets filled with food. See? Now I am offering only little portion to you, are saying it is you cannot eat. In Dwaraka, in 16,000 palaces, you are eating lunch with your queens. See? And you are having 18 mothers. Of course, Vasudeva has 18 wives. You are eating lunch every day, morning and evening, twice in a day. You are eating with 18 mothers. You are the Supreme Lord. I am an insignificant living being. I am offering small portion. You are saying you cannot eat this much. My Lord, please accept it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled at him. Okay. He sat. He saw Tulasi leaves are there. He understand he has offered to Narayana. Salagrama, Narayana Shila. So he started honoring. So was taking great pleasure in serving Lord personally, going inside, bringing all the things, standing when Lord was honoring. At that very time, unfortunately, so Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya had one son-in-law by name Amogha. He was very young, 17, 20 years less than that. So even though he was from aristocratic family, was a fault finder. That nature he had. So Sarvabhauma did not notice that his son-in-law came. As soon as Amogha entered, nice fragrance, food smell coming from where it is. He saw Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating inside the room. He just closed the room and he saw so much food to satisfy 10 to 12 persons. This sannyasi eating alone. See, immediately blasphemed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He insulted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. It was childish. Not that he is envious of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, not like that. Immediately Sarvabhauma thought, how fool you are. He took the stick, he jumped out of the room and he ran after him to strike him with a stick. With the old person, he cannot walk much. That fellow fled away. Then cursing him, calling ill names for blaspheming Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Finally came back, not able to catch him. And he asked forgiveness, Chaitanya, my Lord, please forgive me my offenses of Amogha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, so satisfied with all the food offered by Sarvabhauma and his wife, he washed his hand and feet and he went. And Sarvabhauma and his wife just continuously crying. Arey, we invited Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to our house, but we insulted him. Our family members insulted him. So they wanted to commit suicide. But somehow, if you commit suicide, who will serve the devotees? So I thought, let our daughter become widow. Let us break up the relationship with our son-in-law. Like that, they were thinking what to do. So we have insulted such a great personality. So both stopped eating food. They were continuously fasting. So both are hitting head and chest, crying, remembering the offense they have done at their house. So next day, what happened? The news came to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through Gopinath Acharya. Amogha fell sick with cholera disease. It's a very severe disease. Oh, she was at the verge of the death. Any time he may die. So Gopinath Acharya informed Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, what happening with Sarvabhauma? My lord, both wife and husband, stopped eating. They are completely fasting. They are crying. And their son-in-law Amogha is on deathbed. Immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu felt disturbed. Oh, Amogha is on deathbed. He rushed to the spot where Amogha is lying. As soon as he went there, he's saying, Amogha, Amogha, what happened to you? And he kept his hand on his chest. Amogha, how did you contaminate your heart with jealousy and fault finding? Should keep our heart always pure by chanting Hare Krishna. Should not contaminate our consciousness with these qualities. Get up, chant Hare Krishna. So by the touch of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Amogha became free from the disease, sickness. He got up, he started dancing in ecstasy. All the symptoms manifested in him. He started tears flowing in his eyes. He realized his offense to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Started, hitting his own cheeks. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pacified him. Do not do. Now he became a Vaishnava. Always chant Hare Krishna mantra. Serve the Vaishnavas. Then, after blessing Amogha, immediately rushed to the Sarvabhauma's house. He saw Sarvabhauma not taken bath, not taken food. He is lying. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went. He asked, Sarvabhauma, what happened? Get up. What is wrong with you? Why are you fasting? Why are you angry with your son-in-law? He was a child. You have to protect him. You have to maintain him. You have to forgive him. My Lord, why did you save him? Let him die. He has offended you. That's what Sarvabhauma said. Now you should not curse him. He became a nice devotee. Actually, you have to understand. So, he said to Amoga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even though you offended me, but because you are the object of my affection, that's what he has mentioned with Amoga. Why? Because you are son-in-law of Sarvabhauma. You have a relationship with my devotee. So, he says, not only you, everyone in the house of Sarvabhauma are very dear to me. He says, Sarvabhauma gruhe dasi dasa ye kukura mora priya. He says, in the house of Sarvabhauma, maids, servants, relatives, everyone is very dear to me. See? Power of someone who has relationship with a pure devotee. So, what to speak of relatives? So, therefore, you are very dear to me. That's for I have blessed you. So, you should understand how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a personal attention for his devotees. And further he says to when he comes to Sarvabhauma, he says, Sarvabhauma, go immediately, take a bath in the sea and go and see Jagannath and come here to take a lunch. Then only I shall be happy. Till that, I will not move from this place. Sarvabhauma says, my Lord, please you go to your place. I'll take my bath and go have darshan of Jagannath. I'll come here to take my lunch. Still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu not satisfied. He says, Gopinatha, you stay here. Till you take lunch, you don't move from here. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes from this. So we can understand from this pastime. So the Lord's, how in the family of Sarvabhauma, when it was in difficult situation, Lord voluntarily involved to solve the issues with his devotees. Lord divinely intervened. Imagine how fortunate we are to live in the house of Srila Prabhupada. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, E kukura mora priya. Means even the dog which is living in the house of a devotee is very dear to me. Not dear, very dear to me. Somehow or other, we develop relationship with Prabhupada by following his instructions. Chanting Hare Krishna mantra, following 4 regulative principles, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication, and try to do whatever the little possible service to him. Nothing but we have a relationship with Prabhupada. As soon as you follow the instructions of Guru, then that is the way to become dear to Krishna. Even though Amoga is not very dear to Sarvabhauma, is not very dear to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he offended. But still Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, you are dear to me because you have a relationship with my devotee. We are not offending Prabhupada. Just we are trying to just follow whatever possible. Therefore, certainly we all become very dear to Krishna. As long as we genuinely follow the instructions of Srila Prabhupada. That is the way to get out from this Mrityu Samsara Sagara. So right now our situation is not so good. We are trapped in this material world and searching for the happiness, traveling throughout the universe, changing bodies from one body to another body, one planet to another planet. No clue for real happiness. So, but very fortunately, we came in touch with Srila Prabhupada. If we become very dear to Srila Prabhupada, if we please him, then naturally we receive the mercy of Krishna. Guru means what? Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado. Guru means one by whose mercy you can receive the mercy of Krishna, bhagavat prasado. Yasya aprasadat. If you displease Guru, our destiny is uncertain. Na gati kutopi. So there is no question of going back to Krishna Loka, which is situated in the topmost planet. Somebody pleases Guru. Krishna does not tolerate devotees suffering in the material world. He says in Bhagavad Gita, Tesham aham samuddhartha mrityu samsara sagarat bhavami na chirat pardha. Says, aham samuddhartha. He says, I become very swift deliverer of my devotee from this material existence, from this sagara. Na chirat, without delay. Lord doesn't want you to suffer life after life. No. In the very same lifetime, you can go back to Krishna. That is the advantage of becoming very dear to Guru. Sometimes disciples ask, Prabhupada, we don't know whether we are able to chant Hare Krishna mantra attentively. But so many years gone, but still I could not chant Hare Krishna mantra attentively. Prabhupada says, try to follow my instructions. I'll take you back to Krishna. You have to sincerely, seriously endeavor to follow his instruction. That is only our qualification. Not that we become pure devotee, then only we go back to Krishna. No. Our credit is to 100% endeavor you have to keep. 100% endeavor you have to apply just to follow his instructions. In Kali Yuga, our only tapasya is to accept all inconvenience just to follow Prabhupada instructions. Prabhupada says, what says? Chant 16 round, follow 4 principles, attend Mangalarati, hear Bhagavatam, do devotional service. That's what, that much only he told. Prabhupada knows in Kali Yuga we cannot follow many things. So he has given very simple tapasya. Anyone can follow. Any simple person who is not complicated, anyone can follow. It doesn't require any pre-qualifications. Doesn't require any, not that one should be well educated, one should be very rich, one should talk nicely, look nicely. Simplicity, one should endeavor to follow his instructions. So that's how, that is the best way to receive the blessings of the Lord, by pleasing Srila Prabhupada. We'll stop here. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Sri Sri Gaur Nitai ki Sri Sri Krishna Rukmini Satyabhama ki jai. Jai Gaur Premananda.